James Blackman for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to join on Zoom today with Chris Kongo. Chris, how you doing?
All good, brother. You all right?
All good, thank you, mate. All good. Let's get straight into it. Luther Clay, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Boy, we've put it on him, and now the fight's been made, man. So it's just waiting from a date from Eddie, and then going from there. But obviously, I know you've seen before there was a bit of back and forth. His manager Al Siesta saying that they're looking elsewhere. They don't want to take the fight. And then, it's just been going from there ever since, man. And everyone's calling him a coward for pulling out. And then now the fight's been pushed onto him. He has no option but to take it.
So what was their reason for the change of heart in the first place? Were they looking for more money from Eddie? Were they looking to back out the fight completely? What to your knowledge, is the reason?
To be honest, I don't know. I've heard so many reasons. I've heard they were looking elsewhere. I think personally, because they didn't want to fight, they didn't even say why they're looking elsewhere. But they said they're looking elsewhere. They want to fight Tamuka because Tamuka's from Reading and he's from Bracknell, and it's an interesting fight. And then they said that Luther said that he wants the crowd back first before he can take the fight with me. And then he was all talking about how he hasn't been training, and it's been 5 weeks since she actually even went for a run. So, I mean, there's all these excuses. I don't know which one is actually I don't know which one is the one that they're going to use, that they've been using. So it's weird, man.
I mean, I saw a lot of both of them, Luther and Al Siesta, both said they wanted it on the undercard of Dillian and Povetkin. Now, It's still behind closed doors. So for me, it was baffling in the sense of they're saying I want it in front of fans, but if it's not in front of fans, I want it on that show. I mean, is it going to be on that show? I know we interviewed Al last week and he said he said he wants it on that one. Is that where it will be at?
Hopefully. We hope so. Obviously, that gives Luther a bit more time. But mentally, even if he comes back in, he'll be sharp in the fight and stuff. But just know that mentally, he's had 10 weeks to prepare. Me, I've been preparing already. So I'm not too far off my weight. And I've still been training and stuff. Easy, hold on. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. I've still been training and just keeping up with what I need to do, my runs, a bit of training here and there. Even if I run twice a week and I do a bit of training again twice a week, that's 4 times I've trained. At least I've not been inactive, At least I've been doing something. I've been actively doing something. He hasn't been doing nothing for 5 whole weeks. So I'm 3 to 4 steps ahead of him.
Is there ever any worry that you could overtrain?
No worries. No worries I could overtrain because I'm not going to go into proper camp until we're about 5 weeks, 6 weeks out. So right now, I'm still going to take over regardless. Still going to do what I need to do. Train 3-4 times a week. Do my running 3-4 times a week. And then as week 5-6 starts coming, that's when we'll pick it up because I'm not too far from my weight anyway. I'm not too far. I don't want to overtrain. So we're taking it steady. And I think they think I'm going to overtrain because I've been training. And when I get into the fight now, it's going to be a long time. And they just think that I'm going to overtrain. No, we train smart. We train hard, but we train smart. So it's all about being smart.
For yourself, obviously, a lot of people talked about you for a long time in the welterweight division, domestically.
Yeah.
Now, you've been very frustrated in opportunities. Obviously, with the Tara and Nurse fight that fell through. This fight with Clay, obviously, title on the line, big platform on Sky. How big is this opportunity for yourself?
It's a big opportunity because I've been inactive, and now is the time for me to show why these people don't want to fight. So for me, I'm going in there and I'm going to prove a point and show that I'm the best in the division, point blank, period. So I'm, boy, it's a big tight on the line too. So I'm just gonna go in there and just do what I do, man.
Talking of your division, especially domestically as well in this country, I spoke to a moment ago. I've done an interview about half an hour ago. That was with Chris Jenkins, British champion.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
Yeah.
he'll be fighting Conor Ben. What's your thoughts
Mm-hmm.
on that fight and those two fighters as individuals?
I mean, that's a good fight. Obviously, Conor has got some good attributes. He's a come forward fighter. Chris Jenkins can box. You see him box against Johnny Garton, and you just never know. I think the only thing for me in this fight is that Chris Jenkins gets cut very easily. So if Connor's able to land that punch and is able to cut him, then the fight will be done in about 6 to 8 rounds. But if Chris Jenkins is smart, sets up his traps and moves and doesn't engage in a fight with Conor Ben, which what he loves to do, then he'll be the winner and he'll be victorious easy.
Talk to me about your link up with Dillian as your manager. How did that come about? I know you guys have known each other for a long time from Miguel days. Talk to me about the blossoming relationship there.
That come about because obviously Dylan has been with us in the gym for a long time. He's when he's training for big fights, sometimes we're there training as well. So he sees us in the gym. He's been seeing a lot of us. We're working hard. He just said, look, I want to put you on a platform. I see you're working hard. No one ever done it for me, so I want to do it for you guys. So yeah, that's the main reason. And then we just sort of linked up, and then just went from there.
And obviously, he's already getting you on these matchroom shows. So already he's putting in the work as your manager. How grateful are you for this opportunity again so early on your career with Dillian?
Oh, very grateful, man. I can get on the platform, I can get on these undercards, and he can obviously put in a good word for me. So, that's the main thing. And he's giving me the opportunities. So this is all I wanted, someone that can put me through the door and just give me the opportunity. So now it's all down to me. It's not down to him no more. And he's just going to sit on the side and just watch my progress.
Obviously, we know Dillian in the ring and know what he's all about as a fighter. What's he like as a manager?
As a manager, for me, he delivers. Like I said, I want to get a title fight. What can you do for me? He said, okay, I'll give you a call back. So once we signed up. Within a week, I had the call that I was fighting Luther Clay. So it didn't take too long.
Absolutely. And in terms of training wise, what's going on for yourself? I know you've sort of been here and everywhere in recent times. I know you're at with Jimmy Mack at Bucko Steel. Obviously, we mentioned Miguel's. Where are you currently? What are you set up?
I'm still with Jimmy Mack and the boys. Right now, I'm just doing a little bit of training myself and just with other people and other coaches in the gym because obviously for the COVID-19. So literally, I've gotten my own place to train. And it's been great, man. The main thing for me is just getting the work in, man. That's the good thing. As long as I'm getting some sort of work in, I'm happy.
And obviously, Jimmy Mack's been in the game for a long, long time. What sort of wisdom has he given to yourself already in a short space of time that you've worked together?
He's not just giving me boxing wisdom, but also just the physical, the mental aspect of stuff, just mentally pushing me and just making sure that I'm 100% fit and ready every time I step into the ring.
And what's it like down there in the gym as well, down back still with all those guys? Obviously, it's quite a family orientated with these boys there as well as coaches. What's it like in there and what's the buzz like?
Oh, it's great, man. It's great. Obviously, we've got Reese Bellotti in the gym. You got people like Linus in the gym, Brad Pools in the gym, And yeah, it's just a good atmosphere, man. It's just like how it should always be.
Absolutely. And then just finally, before I let you go, Chris, one last message to Luther.
Luther, you already know, you just started training. I'm way ahead of you, and I'm coming to knock you out, man. Simple as that.
Chris Kongo, thank you for your time speaking to pro boxing fans.
No problem. Thank you.